Hola. Today I'm going to be showing you my personal collection. You'll see 95 to 100% of the things that I have. Some things I will not be showing and some things I do not have with me at the moment. But yeah, this is most of my personal collection and I'll be separating it into different categories and uploading it as such. And then maybe at the end when I'm done editing everything, I'll merge everything together and post it in a long form video as well, just in case you prefer that one. So I'll do categories and then long form because it's gonna take me a little while to edit and I don't want to wait too long because collection is ever growing. I'm honestly always adding something to it, as small as it is. The longer I wait, the less accurate the collection video will be, I guess, if that makes sense. If you have any kinds of video suggestions or questions that you have, anything like that, let me know. ASMR. Oh, they sound nice. Anyways, so I'm gonna be starting with Palmstones. My voice might crack a lot because I haven't talked this much in forever. I think I have them all here. If I missed any, I'll include a clip, but I don't think so. I think these are all my Palmstones as of right now that I currently have with me because I have an open box in one of the online crystal shops or like the lives that I watch, and I have two more palm stones in there that are not yet with me, so those will be in a future video. Right now we're gonna focus on what we have here. um so yeah, where to start? Palm stones are my favorite. That's pretty much what I gravitate towards. I like working with them. A lot of the ones that I have, because I like how they look, but also because I wanted to work with it, but not all of them. So let's say most. I'm gonna say most. I'm gonna try to put things away as we go, so that way I can just start clearing up some space. I have a little brush just in case I need to dust off anything, which might happen. And yeah. Anyways, so I guess I'll start with my most recent one that I got here. It's a purple jade palmstone. I tend to gravitate towards like bigger palmstones, and honestly, purple biased. So I have a lot of purple things, and I pretty much that's what I want to collect the most of. I do have so things I have some I work with the metaphysical properties, not all of them. So pretty much it's like I don't know, whatever I feel like working with or calls me that day, that's what I do. And, that's that. Some I have for the looks of it, some I have for the metaphysical properties of it, some I have for both, and some I don't have still that I want. I also have this tiny little one. It's like more, like a deeper, more intense purple. And I also have a skull of purple jade that I'll show you when we get to the skulls. But that's pretty much purple jade. This one is my fluorite palmstone. It's, I think, aside from the one that I'm missing. Yep. I was gonna say this one is my biggest, but no. But and put it over here. Yeah. So this is my fluorite palmstone, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like, look at it. The reflection. It has some purple. It doesn't have as much purple as I would have liked, but out of the ones, this one was my favorite just because of like all the rainbows. And I know some people don't like rainbows because it's cracks inside the crystal and it can compromise the structure. I love rainbows. I'm a sucker for rainbows. If I see a rainbow, probably will get it if I can afford it, obviously. So yeah, this is my fluorite palmstone. I love fluorite. It's great to work with. It has great energy and it's intense. It's very intense. So yeah, it's mostly green, but as you can see, it has a few rainbows here and there, and it's fairly big. I have big hands. I'll point that out again. I keep mentioning every video because I feel like I point that out because crystals tend to look smaller, you know? So just in case. But yeah, this is a pretty much almost 3.5. Almost 3.5 inches. A little bit above 3. So I don't know. This is my fluorite palmstone. Yeah. Pretty cool. Very good for overthinkers. So if you can't focus, get you one of these. I would love to carry some of these in my shop someday, so definitely looking forward to that. Beautiful. Let me see. Charit. Charit is one of my favorites. I can't say my favorite because I have many favorites. So, yeah, I don't know. One of my favorite stones. This was a beautiful palm stone that I found on an Etsy shop, but like I had seen this, like the picture on Instagram, like at random. It was like a picture that showed up on Instagram, like on a random day, and I saw it and I was like, oh my god, that's the most beautiful palm stone of charoite I've ever seen. And I didn't look more into it because it was just like, I don't know. I didn't really look into it. And I don't know, one day I decided to search on Etsy for charred palm stones because I wanted to get one, but they're so expensive most of the time. And like, I don't really like the ones I have seen. They were like too small, and I tend to go more towards like a bigger palm stone if I can. And I'm really liking these that are not too thick, but they're like have a good size. I really like these. But I looked it up and I saw the same picture that had shown up on my Instagram like probably like a month or weeks before then. I saw it and I was like, no way. Like, there's no way. So I went in and it was for sale and I got it and it's so beautiful. I don't regret anything. It has a rainbow there. Look at that. It has a rainbow there and it has a little bit of blue as well, which there's a like a pink charoite one that tends to have some blue in it. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna go with like technical names of stones. I forget those. My memory is not the greatest. So last time I read about it, that's technically like a Larimar, but not from Dominican Republic. Larimar is only from Dominican Republic, so it's pretty much the same stone. I don't remember if it was a pectolite. I don't know, but it's pretty much the same. So it has some blue over there. I could be wrong. I don't know. That's what I read last time I searched for it. And yeah, this is purple charoite, but it has some blue. It has like a little bit of blue in between here and there. And it has rainbows. It doesn't tend to have rainbows because charoite is it's kind of like it's a dull stone. I have one unpolished over here. And this one's still pretty good. Where it's more dull. It has chatoyancy, which is like that shine that you would see on it, but it doesn't tend to have rainbows or quartz or anything like that. So pretty much I've been picky with my charoite pieces, and if I see a rainbow, I will cry. I'm definitely gonna cry. So yeah, this one had a rainbow, so I got it. I have another freeform somewhere in this beautiful mess that I have over here, and it also has a rainbow. So yeah, this one also has a rainbow. It's a freeform, so we'll show it later. Anyways, charoite. And hello, like So beautiful. So noisy. Dream Amethyst. Another one of my favorites. Chevron Dream Amethyst. However you want to call it. It's amethyst with quartz, some smoky quartz. It has some bands, as you can see, like those bands. That kind of looks like a three, 3 3 over there. It's like, I don't know, look at it. It's like a 3 3 3. Right? 3 3. It's crazy. So this one, my husband got it for me on either my birthday or Mother's Day. I don't remember. And it's one of my favorites as well. Beautiful, very purple. Love it. Chevron amethyst. This is another Chevron amethyst. It's like a lower quality. I got it on like one of those random scoops, and I'm not proud of it. Um, but I like to keep it next to the bathtub. So like if I'm taking a bath, you know, I have it there with me. So it's not as intense, but it's also Chevron amethyst, so it can look very different. Especially like those lines can look very different. I have a raw and a tower amethyst. I have a lot of amethyst, so just be warned. Lepidolite. This one is a lepidolite, and it has a little tiny spot here of blue tourmaline or indicolite, however you want to call it. It has a ton of smoky quartz. There's some rainbows, very little rainbows around here and there. This is lepidolite with a little bit of blue tourmaline. I think it had two. There was another speckle somewhere. Right there. Really pretty. Let's see. You see it there? Okay. We have a rainbow moonstone, palmstone, with a lot of flash. It has flash in like most places, honestly. There's flash here, there's flash here, depending on like where you look or like how you tilt it, it'll have some flash. And then over here, there's another one there, but I don't know. It's not picking it up. But yeah, this is Rainbow Moonstone and another one of my favorites. It has a lot of black tourmaline. I wanted it to have a lot of black, but also have a lot of flash. So it's a great size and it's another great one. I love it. Yeah. Rainbow Moonstone is pretty much like a white labradorite. So it has that same effect that labradorite has, but you call it Rainbow Moonstone. It's I don't know. It's one of those names. Rainbow Moonstone. Speaking of labradorite, let's do that one then. I have quite a few of those, so we'll start with this one. This one has a mermaid blue, kind of like teal flash, and some rainbow around on this side. Kind of green. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Oh my god, that's stunning. I can't. Like, depending on where you tilt it, that's what you get out of it. And it's just. Speaking of, I had a dream of a red labradorite. I should write that down. I need to write that down. Anyways, yeah, labradorite. This is one. I have this one. Let me see. I like that glittery effect that it gets. This one has silver flash. It has blue It has green, kind of like a minty green. It has some purple. Turn it around. Let's see. Sunsetty orange, you see? And it has some pink. Then it has that peachy flash back there. More purple on this side. And a lot of purple over there. Yeah, that's just, look at this. It has like every color. You see how this changes to like silver, but then you do this and it's like more like red and peach. I can stare at that forever. I have this one, which is a small one. It doesn't have that crazy of a flash, but it's like a pink reddish tone with some purple. And it had some more, I think it was like more rainbowy on this side. Yeah. It's rainbow, orange, purple, red, yellow. Another one. This one was more of a orange flash. I wanted to find one with orange flash. It was closer to Halloween. And found this one. It has a little bit of purple too. That's my can. And over here it has even more flash. Yeah, this one's honestly orange pretty much everywhere. Stunning. Look at that. Oh. Like a jack-o'-lantern. Then I have two small Labradorite. This is like the typical Labradorite you would see. These were my first two. I think this was my first one, and then I got this one. Labradorite was the first stone that I felt like that energy from. And I was shocked. It was like one of those that I was like, what is that? And it's become one of my favorites as well. So this one has this flesh. I have some free forms as well. For palmstones, those are my Labradorite palmstones. I have this big selenite or satin spar and this small one. This one I usually keep it under the bed. It's kind of, it's seen better days, so I keep it under my pillow to prevent it from getting any more hits. It fell many times. So that one, and then this one, which is a bigger one, way bigger one. I love to hold this one in between my hands, and I dropped it. It hit my chair, and it kind of chipped a little piece there, but I like to kind of, I don't know, it grounds me, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is a really big one. I don't let that dragon tails. Look at that. So yeah, this is selenite or satin spar, and yeah, I like working with this one as well. It feels very nice. Like right now, holding it in my hand, it feels very, very nice and kind of tingly. I'm like, it's gonna stay here with you, you know. I hope you're having a nice day, and that my voice is not too raspy. I can't tell. So yeah, that. Next, I have this rhodochrosite palmstone, and I have not really had not really worked with rhodochrosite. The first one I got was this little one. See how different that can look? So I got this little one, and I saw this one on Etsy on a shop, and I don't tend to gravitate towards pink crystals, but for some reason, like this one that's rhodochrosite, it was just so beautiful. Like I had to grab it. I had to grab it. It was just amazing. And I had pulled a tarot card from this deck, and I got rhodochrosite, and I didn't have any, and I was like, I need some rhodochrosite. And that's why I got that other little one. But then I found this one, and I fell in love with it. It's beautiful. Look at it. It has some like little holes. They're not really druzy, but they're pretty cool. I turned this one into a sticker. It's beautiful. Beautiful, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. I don't know what else to grab. Ocean Jasper. It's a purple Ocean Jasper Palmstone. It has lots of druzy spots. It's really pretty. And again, I want all the purple crystals. So I have this one, and then I have this Ocean Jasper, which is completely different. This one is more of a green with like kind of like a gray blue. It has some of these orbicular markings around. This looks like a map. Like if you look at it from afar, it's like a map. Maybe that's a lake. You can call that a lake. And you see over here these mountains over there. And all of this is a forest. This one's a river. See? Beautiful. I have this carnelian. It's a red, very red carnelian palmstone. It's not perfect. It's kind of like the polish is nice, but the shape, it has a bump over here. Yeah, that's carnelian. Then I have this polychrome jasper, and I got it because I saw that they have polychrome jasper, and a lot of people love polychrome jasper. I have tried. I don't I don't know. Jaspers don't call me, at least at the moment they don't. So I got this one, and I like that it kind of look like over here. If you look, it's like this is the ground, and then pretend this is the Milky Way, the stars. You see? And then over here, I just like that it sort of looked like the galaxy, like a galaxy. You see? And like an explosion over there. Pretty cool. It looks pretty cool, but I don't know. I've tried working with it, and I don't know yet. I have the sunstone, very flashy, glittery. I believe this is smoky quartz, what it has over here. I'm not sure if the black is black tourmaline or if it's another mineral. I don't remember if the listing had anything, like any details for it, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a sunstone. I have a petrified wood palmstone. I don't need to say palmstones. These are all palmstones. Yeah, petrified wood. It's kind of like a purpley tone over here. I want to find one that's like more purple. You know? Isn't that cool? It looks like wood. I mean, it is wood. You know, it is wood. So I can't just say that it looks like it because it is. But you know, it's petrified like I am right now. I have this indigo gabbro or mystic merlinite. It has some flash over here, a little bit there. Really good polish. Really good. And look at that flash over there. Cute. Here and there. You can see my hands twice. I have this mangano calcite. And let me show you what it does. If I can find my flashlight. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here. So this one is UV reactive. You see how cool that is? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, so that's a mangano calcite, palmstone. I have this golden healer. These smaller ones that are like not a perfect shape, pretty much were the first ones that I started grabbing. So right now I'm getting a little more picky when it comes to like palmstone specifically. Um and like the shape, size, and all of that. But these are still pretty good. I look at all of that. It's like everywhere. And it has a beautiful rainbow here. I have this lapis lazuli palmstone. Palmstone. Has a ton of pyrite. All of that little flash that you see, like those little speckles, that's pyrite. Really good size. Lapis lazuli. I have this peach moonstone with a great flash. This black moonstone. Doesn't have a ton of flash back here other than there. But in the front it does. Pretty nice. The only thing with this one is the first time I slept with it. I like to sleep with my palm stones, holding my palm stones and stuff like that. The first time I slept with this one, I had a really intense nightmare. So I've been kind of iffy about doing it again, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe I do need to work with it and see what else comes up. Yeah, look at the flash there. I think I can catch it there a little bit better. Pretty nice. I have this Kambaba Jasper. Haven't worked with it much, but I love the markings on this one. It looked really cool. Beautiful green. Like dark and a lighter green. And it's gorgeous. I have this Bumblebee Jasper. Pretty cute. Gray over here and a lot of yellow there. This is the other side. I have this Rhodonite. It's a tiny one. I want to get a bigger Rhodonite. And I want to get that bubblegummy, I think it's Rhodonite from Pakistan, that is like a very bubblegum baby pink. I want to get one of those. I have this one, and that's the card that I currently pulled, actually. So I need to work with this. I have the Septarian Palmstone. I don't think this one UVs. Oh, it does a little bit. Yeah. It has some green over there. Not really on the other side. But that's looks green. I got this Amazonite. The color is not too intense, but it has a really nice flash to it. Like everywhere. So good color there. Amazonite. I have this flower agate. I had another one. I had a different one that I switched for this one. The other one had more of those flowers, like the markings were definitely like more of your typical flower agate. But this one was the one that I connected with the most. I loved all this like black dark color and then like all the pink and the yellow. It has a druzy over here and it's kind of like with black speckles. I don't know what the inclusion is on this. There's another one over here. And I really like this one. So like I connected with this one the most, so I kept this one. I have this rainbow obsidian palmstone, which it's not what I expected when I ordered it. I wanted a purple one, but I got sent this one. It's still pretty cool. Doesn't have a lot of purple flash, so just like maybe like a tiny little bit over there. But it's a really good size. Yeah, isn't that cool? It's like here it tries to look purple, but it doesn't quite get there. I already showed this one. I have this blue calcite. Little one. Again, one of the first ones I bought. It's a tiny baby. I want to get a bigger blue calcite palmstone, and I have my eye on a few. So, yeah. But this one's pretty cute. I have this scolecite with peach stilbite. And it's kind of washing it off a little bit over there. My cat is trying to look out the window, so he's making noise. Yeah, this peach stilbite back here, pretty much all throughout. And then it has the scolecite, which is this white part over there. Can I? You can kind of see there. Can I turn off the light? Hold on. Can you see it? I have this polarity moonstone. It has good flash. It has some UV reaction, but it's not crazy. I don't think it's gonna show on camera. It's like over here. It reacts orange. So you won't be able to see it. But maybe on the sphere. I have a sphere of polarity moonstone as well. Maybe the flash or the UV will be better on that one. So yeah, this is the palmstone. Of course, I have this rose quartz. And I got this rose quartz forever ago, and it has some good flash over there. It has some rainbows hidden as well. And I believe it had a star. It has the asterism. You see it there? 6. So yeah, this is my rose quartz. I have this moss agate. Very pretty. Very mossy. And then I have this Stardust Obsidian. The depth on that, so cool. It has the sticker Hecho en Mexico. But I don't know. I want to keep it. I like having it there. I have this golden sheen obsidian. And it's a really big palmstone. Probably about the same size as the fluorite one. This one is about 3.5 inches. So pretty big. It has that beautiful golden sheen everywhere. The only thing with obsidian is that your fingers get everywhere, you know. So yeah. But that's the golden sheen obsidian. And she's stunning. Next, I have this bigger rhodonite palmstone. So I had a tiny or way smaller one, and I wanted to get a bigger one. And I found this one, and honestly, I never noticed how heavy rhodonite is until like this palmstone. I was like, wait a second, like this material is really heavy. It's kind of like a thicker palm. Good size, but definitely thicker. But has a bunch of pink and black and some quartz over there as well. And some little reflections here and there. I have this small clear quartz. This one I keep it in my purse with me and somewhat reflective, and it has rainbows here and there. And yeah, I like to carry this one with me. Just lives in my purse. Not too big, but it's still a good size. I got this carnelian one. I had the other carnelian palmstone, but that one I have a hard time connecting to it, and I wanted a carnelian palmstone that had some, you know, some more to it. And I found this one at the Gem Fair. And I like that even though this area is not really purple, you can kind of see like some lavendery tones based on like how the light hits and, you know, how it is. So I don't know. I think I found the one. It's so cool because you can see some bands here and there, as well as these markings, like kind of like orchid agate markings. So, and it's very thick. It's not a perfect shape. It's more like a very large pebble, if you may, but I love it. I got this lemon calcite. And honestly, I wish the polish was better. It's kind of raw. So like, you know how calcites you can feel that waxy feeling and like it's not super shiny. I mean, it can be very shiny, but like polished, I don't know, it can be kind of waxy. This feels like that. But she's still a really really cute palm, and it has these areas over here where there's like a bunch of rainbows, and like it's a little reflective here and there. There's more rainbows there and there. There's more rainbows here and here. You see that? That one's really cool. So that's a lemon calcite. I have this fire calcite and green obsidian palmstone. And I got it because I've never heard of this material and it seemed very unique. It's really cute. Has good polish and it's also a really good size. It's one of the newer ones. I have this bloodshot iolite palmstone, which is iolite with some sunstone. You see how shiny that is? It's so glittery. It's so cool. And I've been wanting this material for like a really long time and I was able to find it. It was exciting. It's probably one of my favorites at the moment. So, yeah, there's more of that sunstone over there. Isn't she stunning? It's like I cannot. I have this citrine. Doesn't want to focus. I have this citrine palm, and it's so clear. Like you can see everything through it. And there's a lot of rainbows down here. But it's so cool. It's so cool. I'd never really thought I would actually get a citrine palm stone because citrine is kind of expensive, but I found this one at a really good price and I could not say no. It was definitely sort of an impulse buy, but it's one of those impulse buys that it's like if I don't do it now, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find that. I'm not gonna be able to find that anytime soon. So I love citrine. Definitely one of my favorites. Then I have this smoky quartz. I believe in I believe it's a Himalayan smoky quartz. This is not a palm stone shape, it's a Shiva shape, but it's the only Shiva shape or Shiva lingam shape I have like this. Kind of looks like a large grain of rice, you know. And this one has the Leo symbol. So it's really cool. And I believe that's a penetrator over there. That's a crystal kind of growing in over here. It's really cool. But yeah, this is Himalayan smoky quartz. It's very clear. It's really cool. And I saw Leo and I was like, I need to have that. I do need something to represent my Leo because for the longest time I felt like a fake Leo because you know Leos are like, or they say they're outgoing and very social and all of that, and I'm not that. But then little by little I've learned that there is more to it, not just not just the Leo part or that Leo part of myself. So I don't know. I've been enjoying connecting to that.